whenever I think about the impact of feminism, where I see the greatest sense of failure is around changing the world for boys and girls, so that, you know, as someone wrote to me, a parent, and said, you know, it's great if people read bell hooks, you know, in their 20s and so on, but the fact is, so much has been ingrained in them by that time.
Okay, so what does it mean to be a girl?
Some girls don't like acting like boys, and some do. Like, they're both.
Oh, so some girls, how did you say it? Girly girls. Girly girls. What's a girly girl?
It's when you're like, oh my gosh, you're ruining my nails.
What's a girly girl?
I'm a girly girl, and I like to be a girly girl, but one thing that's different about me from other girly girls, I like basketball, and I like to play boy sports.
Do boys and girls play kind of differently?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Well, no offense to men here, but
Don't worry about us.
they think they're tough.
Oh,
But in
okay.
the inside, they're really not.
The group that I see so much is young women between the ages of 19 and 30 who feel like, well, now I'm being told that I have to be as good, if not better, than the guys. Mm-hmm. But then I have to be the girly girl that the young girls in this film are talking about. Mm-hmm. So that there's this sort of crisis. How can I be all of that?
You hear a lot of people say their daughters, feminism worked, and their daughters are fine. What do you think?
Well, I think that, you know, I've always been sort of more opposed to the idea that one can determine the degree of liberation of girls by whether or not they talk a lot. Because I've always said that certainly traditional Jewish women and African American women have always been very vocal, but it hasn't corresponded to a real liberatory vision of voice. Oh, and I think that that's why so often Jewish women and black women get that stereotype of the angry, bitchy voice, because it's often not a liberating voice. It's often a very critical, demeaning of others' voice, and so it's not the voice of power.
I have friends, and like myself, who in class or in whatever will go ahead, I'm not saying that we'll like sit back and like we'll go ahead and argue with guys over a point, over a, you know, anything, and say, nope, you're wrong, or even like, that band is terrible and I can tell you why, because of this, this, and this, you know, they have no problem with that. But I feel like when it gets to like the emotional stuff, like that, there's a big difference between going and standing up for your rights or what you believe in and like your emotions and like how you feel.
We have to reconfigure the idea of what is the voice of power. Of liberatory power, and that's the voice that is capable of valuing oneself rightly and speaking from that position. And so to me...
And also cherishing the other.
Exactly. So when I see a group of girls, it's not necessarily the girl who is talking loudest or strongest that embodies that power of voice, but that girl who is able to state clearly where she's coming from. And include where she's coming from a recognition of others.